Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for making it to the end of this video. I remember the first time I heard this Mozart Sonata. And it was played by another student in my teacher's studio in a master class. I think I was around middle school at the time because she is a few years older than me and went on to get her piano performance major and study in New York and stuff like that for her master's. So really great pianist. It was a master class with a pianist named Vladimir Stupel. I remember just listening to her play and just being almost like shocked by how much emotion there was in this Mozart Sonata, because for my entire life I hadn't played much Mozart, and to be honest, I think I always had an impression that Mozart was just very clean, almost like clinical in the way that he's played, even more so than Bach, which is really surprising because I feel like a lot of people feel otherwise or would have that flipped, but maybe that's because I played a lot more Bach growing up than I did Mozart. But I remember listening and being impressed first and foremost, but then the teacher, again, Vladimir Stupel, mainstay in my career and in the number of things that he's taught me in master classes. I remember him talking about the story on why and when this sonata was written. It was written at a really crappy time in Mozart's life when his mother had just passed away and he was unable to be there with her, right? Because he was away. I remember Mr. Stupel talking about like incorporating that into the playing, into the interpretation of the piece. And ever since then, I've always had it in the back of my mind that I just want to play the sonata because it sounds so cool. And so yeah, this is in a little bit of a sense like a bucket list piece that I wanted to play. And honestly, I think I am as enraptured by it as I thought I would be. The only recordings I really listened to of this was Daniel Barenboim's. And when I was working on it, it didn't listen really to any other ones at all. And while I do think that some of my playing is a little bit more brusque for the period, a little bit more harsh than is demanded of in the classical era, I don't know, I just feel like the piece just like pulled me in a way that I didn't expect. Mozart's always been a composer that I've been somewhat afraid of because he's so transparent. The runs have to be so clean and have to be so even. And sometimes when I'm playing, all I can think about is precisely that. And so it's even more surprising that given that I've only really seriously worked on it for like a month. Quite literally the last time I recorded was exactly a month ago. And so I didn't start working on this with like real intent until like a few days after. I am surprised that it carries that much emotional weight for me, especially in the development. I just feel like in those fortissimos and in those pianissimos, you can almost like hear Mozart like crying, right? Like the anger and the trauma, right? It just kind of like screams from the score in a way that you just don't expect from classical era music. I don't think I did it justice. I don't think it was the greatest take or whatever, but it was a fascinating piece for me to study. It was a fascinating piece for me to play, even for just a month. And I hope that I get back to it sometime in the future. And so with all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so on Patreon, buy me a coffee, or by getting WattKeys merch. Consider joining my Discord if you'd like to talk about piano, music, or anime with other people in my community. Be sure to catch my streams on Saturdays where I do a lot of piano analysis live. If you'd like to hear me talk about other people's playing, you should click right here. Or if you'd like to hear me play more, you should click right here. And until next time, everybody, peace.